Well, we're all about winners. Webb looking to become the first 5-game winner in the bigs this season. Dealing against the Giants, and Barry Zito would just like to get that first win. Top of the second, Giants up 2-0. Randy Wynn pulls one on the ground. Connor Jackson can't come up with it. Orlando Hudson throws home. Fred Lewis beats the throw standing up. Giants up 3-0. Webb 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned. Barry Zito. Webb, the base hit into the gap in left center. Mark Reynolds and Justin Upton score. And all of a sudden, the Diamondbacks have a 4-3 lead. Zito just 3 2/3. He's the first Giants pitcher to lose his first 5 or more starts of the season since Bill Clarkson in 1927. Tony Pena strikes out Randy Wynn. The Giants wouldn't threaten the 9th. Webb gets that 5th win.
Well, Smoltz turned 40 last May, but made his pitch for the big 4-0 on Tuesday, and early made a little history against the Nats. First strikeout for him, July of '88. Began Tuesday night with 2,996 career Ks and a 0.56 ERA. Nick Johnson won't argue. He misses on the splitter. Austin Kearns just looking. Smoltz sitting on 2,998. John Lannon, watch your step as you exit the box. Make it 29.99 for Smoltz. Tim Hudson and the fans feeling it.
Struck him out. There it is. Career strikeout number 3,000 for John Smoltz. History in Atlanta. That ball ticketed for Cooperstown, and someday so's that man.
They love him. A little emotion from Smoltz. Back-to-back double-digit strikeout games for him.
I'd hope to think that I wasn't going to forget how to strike somebody out, so you knew it was going to happen. I just wanted it to be at home. I had all kinds of thoughts on what pitch do I want it to be on. And that's dangerous as a pitcher because you just got to throw what the pitch that you think is going to get him out. And I did it on a split, and that's about the only thing I remember that at bat.
Now he's behind in the count.
Well, Smoltz did his job, just an earned run allowed in 7 innings, but Braves couldn't score for him. John Lannon trying to steal the show here. Yunel Escobar hits it hard. Nick Johnson makes the catch. Nationals win at 6-0. Smoltz stuck with the loss despite 10 strikeouts. And he is now one of 3 players to have over 3,000 Ks with a single team. Only Bob Gibson, who did it with the Cards from 59 through 75, and Walter Johnson with the Washington Senators, 1907-1927.
All right, the Astros scored a season-high 10 runs Monday against the Padres, but Jake Peavy wasn't pitching. He was Tuesday night off to a 3-0 start before earning a little ND, no decision. You might recall that 22-inning affair last Thursday. He started that game. There he was starting against Kaz Matsui, and Peavy gets him off to the good start. Bottom of the 6th, Astros down 3-2. Hunter Pence takes Peavy up and out. Peavy gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers in 6 innings. He'd given up 4 earned runs in his first 4 starts combined. He gives up 4 in this one. To the 8th, tied at 7. So Peavy can't lose it. Matsui facing Heath Bell. And Matsui hits it in the right for a 2-run single. 11 runs for the Astros after scoring 10 the night before. And oh, by the way, Miguel Tejada, not pictured, back-to-back 4-hit games.
Day in Kansas City. Numbers not pretty, 0-3. 13.50 ERA. It looks even worse when you print it out like that. But he had it going Tuesday. David DeJesus goes down. John Buck strikes out as well. Tony Pena Jr. followed in, flailing at that in the dirt. Sabathia's first 6 outs were all via the K, and he got plenty of offensive support. Casey Blake, grand slam. Indians lead 7-0. They scored a season-high 15 runs. Plenty for Sabathia, who gets Jose Guillen there. He's on the board. 6 innings, no earned runs, 11 strikeouts. The ERA, by the way, down 3 runs to 10 and change. Verlander hoping to get his first win with the struggling Rangers in Detroit. 0-3, 7.03 ERA to be exact. He got Hank Blaylock there. Out of the jam in the first. In the second, Ian Kinsler goes away. He struck out 3. Next batter, Michael Young, pops out to center. Clete Thomas makes the catch. Verlander allowed just 1 run in 6 innings. Vicente Padilla did not fare as well. Maglio Ordonez, a little something for the peeps. Third of the season, Tigers up 3-1. Next up, Miguel Cabrera. That's smote. Line drive shot to left. Cabrera's 4th of the season, 4-1 Tigers. They win at 10-2. They've gotten it going. Josh Beckett out with a stiff neck, so the Red Sox drafted David Pauly from AAA to start against the Angels. First meeting since the playoff sweep last fall. Jeff Mathis, he got to Pauly early, deep to left field, over the monster, 2-run home run, 3rd of the season. Pauly, 5 earned runs in 4 1/3. This is Kevin Youkilis off Jared Weaver. That'll get out as well. 2-run poke, his 2nd of the year. Weaver, incredulous, game tied at 5. Jacoby Ellsbury, already gone out once, and he's giving back to his community. 2nd of the night for him, first multi-home run game of his career. Red Sox up 6-5. Dustin Pedroia down the third base line. It'll rattle around in the corner there. Ellsbury comes around from first to score. Pedroia 4 for 5 on the night with 3 doubles. He's hitting .364. Sox bang out 16 hits this season high to win their 6th straight game.
All right, Yankees in Chicago, no A-Rod. They did have Jorge Posada back behind the plate for the first time in 2 weeks. And they did have ace Chin-Ming Wang on the mound. Wang 3-0. 3.81 ERA. 2-2, 2 on for the White Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Paul Konerko, the RBI double, 3-2 pale hose. Yankees still trailing by a run. They got the base loaded, 2 down in the 7th. And here's Bobby Abreu. Knows what to do with that 2-0 pitch from Octavio Dotel. Get out of town, and he means it. The Yanks open up a 6-3 lead. Bottom 7, 6-4, bases loaded, 2 down. And Jabba Chamberlain still pitching in relief for the time being. It's Juan Uribe to pop out to Jorge Posada. Posada's got had a problem with his arm. No problem catching that. And that gets out of the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Something has the attention of Chamberlain. Watch this. A black cat runs onto the field and heads in the direction of the Yankees dugout. Come on. Brings back only one memory, right? Flash it back. September 1969, the Cubs at the Mets. And the black cat potentially jinxing the Cubs' 1969 pennant hopes. I don't believe they've won since then. Looks like the same cat. Yanks go on to win behind Wong.
Cards wrapping a 2-game quickie in Milwaukee. Crazy afternoon. Top 9. Brewers up 8-7. Eric Gagne on to close it. Albert Pujols grounds it to 3rd. Bill Hall to 2nd. Ricky Weeks bat throw to 1st. Can't turn the double play. Cards tie it up at 8. Bottom 11th. Cardinals out of position players. So Albert Pujols playing 2nd base for the first time in his major league career. J.J. Hardy grounds it to short. Aaron Miles flips to Pujols at 2nd. Routine, you know, Pujols also drove in 2 runs. It's always good to get production out of the 2nd base spot. We move to the 12th. Runner on 2nd. Gabe Kapler brings in Gabe Gross. The Brewers, the first team in Major League history to have 2 guys named Gabe on the team.
Come on.
Gross scored the winning run. That's true. And then they traded him immediately afterward. Bye-bye.
Ted Lilly and the Cubs have won 12 of their last 15 going into the game against the Mets. Here's Lilly, the pitcher, the hitter. With 2 on and 2 out, ground ball to 2nd. Watch this from the Here's Something You Don't See Every Day department. Lilly beats Nelson Figueroa to the bag. Inning continues. Next batter's Reed Johnson. And that turns out to be a key play. Johnson drops one to the left. Ronnie Cedeno and Henry Blanco come around to score. 3-0 Cubs. And the base is loaded for Ronnie Cedeno. On Monday, Cedeno told reporters the Cubs were thinking about the World Series. Well, somebody must have gotten to him because he took it back on Tuesday and then hit a grand slam off Jorge Sosa. Cubs off to their best start since 1974.
Back to our sizzling starters. Felix Hernandez is allowed a run or less in 3 of 4 starts this season. The numbers 2-0 with a 1.47 ERA and hitting 100 on the gun. Luke Scott took it like a man. Next batter, waved bye-bye to Aubrey Huff. Hernandez struck out 7. Bottom 8, game tied at 2, bases loaded. Jose Vidro coming to the plate, and Jeremy Guthrie tells the dugout, I got him. You know what? He didn't get him. Vidro, single to right, brings in Yuneski Betancourt and Raul Ibanez. Mariners take a 4-2 lead. That brings on J.J. Putz. Back on the mound after missing 18 games. Got former Mariner Adam Jones to chase the high heat. Ramon Hernandez went after the sinker, and Jay Payton grounded out. Mariners win 4-2. Putz gets the save, and a little pie in the face. Menthol. As for our sizzlers, Felix and Smoltz pitched pretty well. Smoltz took the loss despite 10 strikeouts in 7 innings. Webb and Wong didn't pitch great, but both win. In Wong's case, his 50th victory in just 85 career starts. Only Ron Guidry and Dwight Gooden have as many wins in as few starts. Peavy gets a no decision in his worst start of the year. Baseball, like life, not necessarily fair.
The Rockies' Jeff Francis, he's on that fizzle list. You know, pop, pop, fizz, fizz, no relief, not yet. 0-2 ERA, dangerously approaching 6 as the Phillies try to knock him around the yard. Chase Utley, he'd be the guy to do it. He's got 6 home runs last 5 games. Top of the third, 2 out, scoreless, 2 on. Here's Utley. Did he get it all? Will the ballpark hold it? Yeah, all that just goes for a 2-run double. Utley did not homer. Good time to trade him. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 4, runner on Garrett Atkins. 2-run shot off Brett Myers, his 5th of the year. Rocks up 6-4, go to the 9th. Here's Manny Corpus in to close it, right? Wrong. Bases were loaded for Pat Burrell, down 6-5, and Burrell is going to clear the bases. 3-run score. Corpus blows his 3rd save of the season, had only 3 blown saves all of last season. On the other side, Brad Lidge picks up a 4th save. His ERA in 9 appearances, 0.00. Put him on the scissor list. As for your fizzling aces, Sabathia and Verlander, well, it's about time they get their first wins of the season. Jeff Francis won 7, was in line for the win, but you saw Manny being Manny. Manny Corpus, blown save, takes the W away from him. Dodgers are 11-2 against the Reds since 2006. The rookie flamethrower Edison Volquez trying to do something about that. And he would get some offensive support. Jeff Kempinger hits it off Hong-Chi Kuo's leg, and Joey Votto scores from 3rd. Reds tied at 1. Bottom of the 4th, still tied, but not for long. Adam Dunn, his 4th home run of the year, and Cincinnati enjoyed a 2-1 lead. Had a 3-1 lead. Jerry Hairston Jr. just caught up from the minors, where he was hitting .421. He cashes in. Hot in the minors, hot in the majors. Hairston would go 4 for 5 with the 2 RBIs, and the game was 5-1. Top of the 6th, it was 7-1. Volquez gets Jeff Kent. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 run. The Reds win 8-1.
Sporting America has voted it demands top plays. Number 10, Mavericks Hornets. Chris Paul continues to amaze. 17 dishes. Hornets win huge up to it.
At number 9, Billy Crystal on David Letterman, talking about playing for the Yanks.
If a 60-year-old Jewish comedian gets a hit off a major league pitcher,
Yeah, so
it's on SportsCenter,
Yeah, the rest of his life.
It's the play of the century. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, again.
Nice.
He's got that down. You know, everything's on SportsCenter because we're watching everything. Ichiro hits it toward 3rd here. Jeremy Guthrie barehands it. Tags 3rd before Kenji Jojima can get there. Great hustle by Guthrie. But the Mariners win the game.
Number 7, Flames and Sharks in Game 7. Jeremy Roenick from the bad angle scores the goal. That's the go-ahead goal at that point for San Jose. The Sharks go on to win behind Roenick 5-3. They advance.
Phil's Rockies. Todd Helton hits it up the middle. Didn't hit it hard enough because Chase Utley is there diving. Getting his man at first, worth a second look as he ranges to his right.
Number 5, Flyers and Capitals played a Game 7. John Erskine, the blast. Look, it goes off the end boards and right to Marty Biron, keeping it a 2-2 tie for the time being.
Angels Red Sox, Manny Ramirez deep to right field to Vladimir Guerrero territory. Right there at the pesky pole, reached over, saved a home run.
Trying to make it a double play. What a great.
At number 3, the Cardinals and Brewers. Troy Gloss singles to left. Ryan Braun is throwing home. Hey, for calling for Albert Pujols, leave a message at the beep. He'll call you when he gets home. Jason Kendall tags out Pujols. Brewers a 9-8 winner.
Historic night in Atlanta. Number 2, John Smoltz. 4 strikeouts from 3,000. There's Nick Johnson. There's Austin Kearns. John Lannon is 2,999. One more to history.
Struck him out. There it is. Career strikeout number 3,000 for John Smoltz. History in Atlanta. And the congratulations from Brian McCann. That ball ticketed for Cooperstown.
And number 1, the Flyers are ticketed for the next round of the playoffs. Game 7, power play in overtime. Joffrey Lupul puts in the rebound of the Chemo Timonen shot. The Flyers win and advance.
First place Marlins taking on the last place Pirates. Bottom 6, full count, 2 on, 2 outs. Xavier Nady knocks in a couple with a single. RBIs 18 and 19 of the season for him. Bucks up 3-1. Top 7, Marlins down, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Doug McCavish spent most of his career at first. He's playing third here. Throws it over to first. Hanley Ramirez is out, inning over, or is he? Freddie Gonzalez certainly didn't think so. Mike Winters does the honor. The Pirates end a 6-game losing streak.